Angelica? That's a...
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a wonderful Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking mostly cloudy skies during the overnight hours. And we'll see some partial sunshine as we head through our Thursday, but the shower and thunderstorm chances will return as we head into the afternoon. So let's take a live look right now from downtown Utica, where we actually had a bit more sunshine than I was expecting today. Temperature 81 degrees, that dew point basically where it was yesterday, around 64. At this time, the wind's out of the west-southwest at around 8 miles an hour, and that's making it feel a touch warmer. It feels like 82. But again, no precipitation to speak of out there right now. Winds just depend on where you are. Temperatures, meanwhile, are at 81 downtown. We have 85 in Herkimer, also 81 in Sherburne in Greene. And temperatures up toward the north and down toward the south. And the higher elevations are more like the middle and upper 70s. Syracuse, meanwhile, is at 80 degrees as well. And for most of our area, it is dry. Although, as I mentioned, there was the chance of a spotty afternoon shower out there, and we're seeing that over portions of southeastern Madison, northern Otsego County into southern Herkimer, but most of us not seeing that. What we are seeing, though, is a break in the clouds, and depending on where you are, and that's what's controlling the temperature right now, is just the amount of sunshine that we are seeing. But tonight we will see a lot of clouds, temperatures dropping from the 80s where they are right now through the 70s, and then we'll drop back into the 60s before daybreak tomorrow morning. And most of the morning is dry. We'll see some partial sunshine, but that will destabilize the atmosphere. And as we head through the afternoon and evening, between mainly about 12, 1 to 7 or 8 o'clock, there could be the chance of a scattered shower or thunderstorm. One or two of those could become strong to severe. Unfortunately, that seems to be the name of the game this summer. So a few strong storms again possible on Thursday. The main threats being some strong winds, some hail, heavy rain, and lightning as well. And there is also the threat, especially from Utica down toward the south and east, closer to Albany, of some heavy rainfall. So there is a marginal threat from the Weather Prediction Center of excessive rainfall, so don't be surprised if you do encounter some flash flooding. As always, the saying goes, turn around, don't drown. And then once those storms move out, we'll be seeing a westerly wind, and that means we could see a little bit of mid to upper level haze or smoke from Canadian wildfires that unfortunately are continuing. As far as temperatures go during the day tomorrow, you may find a couple of areas up in elevation that get stuck in the middle and upper 70s, but the rest of us will be into the lower and middle 80s, which is a little bit above where we should be for this time of year. Another holdout, Cooperstown, around 76 for tomorrow afternoon, with again a west-southwesterly breeze like we have today. So it'll be around 85 tomorrow with clouds and sun in the morning, scattered storms during the afternoon into the early evening, and then we warm things up as we head through Friday. But the good news is that we dry things out with a blend of sun and clouds between 85 and 90, and it looks like we'll be watching scattered storm chances both Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. Sunday is especially important because we've got the Boilermaker 5K in the morning, so hopefully that timing holds.
And Jordan, the post-race party starts at 10 o'clock, so do you think the storms could hold off until after that?
Yeah, I think the timing will be similar to the way it is tomorrow, starting up around noon to 1 p.m. and then ending around 7 or 8 o'clock, so hopefully things remain that way throughout the weekend. Of course, I'll have my eyes peeled on that.
We'll be crossing our fingers. Still to come on Eyewitness News.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a very good Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking a threat for strong to severe thunderstorms again tomorrow afternoon, and maybe one more as we head into the weekend as well. I'll tell you more about that coming up in just a second, but let's take a look right now from downtown Utica. Actually, let's get to, sorry about that, I didn't have the right map up, but this is a look at your flash flood outlook for tomorrow, which again shows you the marginal risk of flash flooding to the southeast of Utica. But as far as our live look from downtown Utica at this time, which unfortunately is not coming up at this time, but unfortunately we do have a lot of clouds in downtown Utica. Temperatures in the 60s at this time, and I'm not sure why this is not working, but anyway, we do have a marginal threat for severe weather, severe weather and flash flooding, especially to the southeast of Utica. The main threat being during the afternoon tomorrow, and that goes until about 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. And unfortunately, we also have the threat for severe thunderstorms that could be strong to severe across all of central New York. But before we get to that, we have a lot of clouds across the area at this time, and also temperatures in the 70s and 60s. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties right now, but right now we have temperatures in the 60s and 70s across the area right now. And during tomorrow morning, we'll see a lot of clouds and some intervals of sunshine. It's toward the afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, that we'll start to see those storms developing, and some of those could be strong to severe. The main threats, again, being wind, hail, possibly a little bit of flash flooding, as you can see on this particular map here. And it looks like we're also dealing with some lightning as well as a bit of heavy rain. But once we get beyond that, we'll be seeing temperatures between 85 and 90 as we go through Friday, and same thing as we head through Saturday into Sunday. Saturday, it looks like there could be a scattered shower or thunderstorm. Same thing Friday night. It looks like Sunday, once we get past the Boilermaker, that we could be dealing with some strong to severe thunderstorms, and it looks like that threat could be a little bit more robust than what we're dealing with right now. As we head through Monday, though, the severe weather threat comes to an end. There could be some scattered strong to severe thunderstorms in there too. And then once we get into next week, Thomas, we'll be dealing with still some muggy conditions, but lower chances for storms.
Well, Jordan, as we can see in the iNet camera working here, it is fairly clear out in downtown Utica tonight, and we're also keeping our eye on Boilermaker Sunday to make sure that the rain hopefully comes in after the race ends around 10 a.m.
Yeah, definitely keeping an eye on that timing, and like I mentioned, our threat for severe weather may be a little bit more robust than it is tomorrow. So certainly I'll be watching that over the next 3 or 4 days or so.
All right, thank you, Jordan. One of the Trinkus sisters.
Now, your Eyewitness Weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking mostly cloudy skies tonight, and then some partial sunshine to start our Thursday. But as we head through the afternoon, there could be a few strong to severe storms. Pretty tranquil out there right now in downtown Utica, 69 degrees. The dew point is 66, and we also have a calm wind. But in spite of that, it still feels like 69 out there right now. Temperatures across the region, we just dropped from 75 down to 74 in Camden, so still rather warm out there right now. That's one of our warm spots, actually. The rest of us are into the middle and upper 60s to the lower and middle 70s. Old Ford right now at 65. The radar, as it has been over most of the day, fairly quiet other than a bit of mist and or drizzle out there. But that was the exception and not the rule. What we are seeing, though, is a lot of clouds, especially the further southeast that you had, and that's going to be the trend during the overnight hours. But believe me, there will be plenty of sunshine as we head through at least the first half of our Thursday. It's during the afternoon and evening that things start to change. Tonight will be muggy with lows around 66. Tomorrow we'll get up to around 85 during the afternoon. It's after about 12 to 1 p.m. through about 6 to 8 p.m. that we'll have to watch out for some showers and maybe embedded thunderstorms or two. And one or two of those, especially down toward the south and east, could be strong to severe. So certainly something I'll be keeping an eye on for you here, with strong winds, hail, lightning being the main threats. And we can't rule out some flash flooding either, especially from the Utica-Rome area down toward the south and east, where you are under a slight risk for flash flooding from the Weather Prediction Center. Again, that goes from noon through about 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. And then once those storms move out, we'll also have to watch for some mid to upper level haze in the atmosphere coming from those Canadian wildfires. Just to the southwest, though, you could see here it may get up into the moderate category there. But again, middle and upper levels of the atmosphere, not so much down here at the surface. What we will be seeing here down at the surface tomorrow is temperatures making their way up into the 80s, although it will feel slightly warmer than that with the humidity that there will be out there, and that mugginess isn't going anywhere, at least for the next 5 to 7 days or so. But we will start to dry things out as we head through Friday with the blend of sun and clouds, temperatures making their way up into the middle and upper 80s. Same thing as we go through Saturday and Sunday, both weekend days between 85 and 90. Looks like we could see a few scattered storms as we go through Saturday, but the threat becomes more numerous as we head into Sunday. And Sunday's severe threat, unfortunately, it looks like it could be a little bit more robust, a little more sophisticated than it will be tomorrow. And that's certainly something I'll be keeping an eye on here, especially with the Boilermaker 5K on Sunday morning in Utica. And then as we go through Monday, the threat for severe storms continues, or at least thunderstorms, I should say. We don't know if they'll be severe yet at this point. But then Tuesday and Wednesday, we start to dry things out, but temperatures making a run at 90 both days.
Now, Jordan, you said there could be a threat on Sunday. Is that threat looking like it could impact the race?
The threat is mainly in the afternoon, so similar timing to tomorrow, around 12 to 1 p.m. through about 6 to 8 p.m., but certainly it's 3 or 4 days out, so that timing may push back a little, may push up a little, but certainly I'll be keeping my eyes peeled on it for the sake of the race.
Well, you heard it here first, race fans. Be sure to stay with us throughout the week so you have the most up-to-date forecast for your Boilermaker Sunday. You're watching Eyewitness News at 11. We'll be right back after